This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, everyone, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree. Well, sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
Feel blame?
No.
Feel revenge?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Woods Bob Replenish? Get Fred.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of crap?
All right. Well, thank you so much, Charles Manson.
That never gets old.
I love it. That was a little Charles Manson mashup for everyone, courtesy of our friend Jeff Brown, and he's just a genius at that stuff. Welcome to the Doc and Amy Show. It's 5 o'clock again on Sunday, and we'd like to encourage you to chat with us. The number, 856-227-1360 or 227-1360. And,
that's fancy.
No, whatever. You can follow us on the World Wide Web at www.thedocandamyshow.com. And you can tweet us, and that is at Doc and Amy Show. But we do encourage you to call, share your thoughts with us. Again, that's 227-1360. Hello, Amy.
Hi.
All right, I guess you didn't have much to say there. Thank you very much. John is with us. How you doing, John?
How's it going, everyone?
Doing pretty good.
He's wearing a Flyers shirt today.
Oh, yeah? Didn't they do...
The little one was at the Flyers game yesterday.
Was he?
It was his birthday Christmas gift from his godmom, my cousin.
They didn't let him play much, though.
No, he got a those slap things, like
bracelet.
the slap bracelet things.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
you slap on your arm?
Yeah.
But it's really cool. It's got a USB on the end.
Really?
That's brilliant. I wish I would have thought of that.
It's got a USB, so he can plug himself in directly into the computer?
No, it's really convenient, though, because you can put it on your arm and you won't lose it. I love it. I think it's really cool. So he got that.
That's just pure genius.
And Chickies and Pete's fries. He brought a little home for Mom, some leftovers.
Next, I'll be having a Wii controller thing with a suppository end on it. Jeez.
I don't even want to know how you push the buttons.
Do we just wiggle? No, do we have to be so plugged in that we have to wear the appliance? I mean, come on.
It's just a USB. It's completely benign. You can't do anything with it unless you're with it. It's just it's a handy way not to forget it. That's all. I think it's cool. I like it.
So it's like a flash drive or something.
Yeah, it's like, but it's on the end of the slap bracelet. It's cool. I like it. It was very.
So you can just go around flashing and slapping all day long. That's
I don't know
wonderful.
how you plug it in. It probably curls around the computer, though. That might get annoying.
And it caresses the keyboard.
It caresses, yeah.
Whatever.
But anyway, and they won. And they won, so he was excited about that.
Yeah,
so he had a good game. Oh, stop. It's exciting for him.
It's exciting for him.
He had everything Flyers on, too. He had his orange and black sneakers, his Flyer socks, he wore shorts.
His Flyer was open.
Because he has Flyer shorts, his Flyers shirt, and he won't wear his Flyers hat. But his Flyers underwear.
Well, that kind of kills the whole ensemble, doesn't it? Okay,
anyway.
so at least we've covered a little bit
We've
of
digressed already.
pseudo-dead air there.
We're 4 minutes in.
And we were talking about, John, earlier, Amy said something about it being dreary today. Yeah. And it's one of those language things that just kind of hit you out of nowhere. And I said, yes, there's just so much drear out there.
Yeah, I never, and then I always think of these words, or names of companies where you never really think, wow, I never really thought about the name. It doesn't really make sense. And I can't think of any now. No, I can't. Of course, I can't think of any of them now. But you're so used to saying it, you don't think about it.
It's like the company Airgas that has the canisters and the different settling and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do something with that. You work on that. You can call if you have something of substance to say. I know we don't. You can give us a call 227-1360. We have friends all over the world out there on the Twitter thing. I've been in the trip from home to the studio here. We picked up 4 more, so welcome to them. I would name them, but I don't have that page up.
Do you think you're a little obsessed that you're checking your Twitter accounts?
I opened the lid on this thing, and there it is. So
That's a little personal.
Okay.
I love catching you off guard like that.
Well, there are some things that
great.
just, there's no possible response. It's such a non sequitur. There's nothing you can do with it.
Oh, goodness.
But we do have some different things today. Now, Todd Chappelle was supposed to join us live in studio today. He had an occurrence that prevented that. So you want to say hello, Todd. We're thinking of you. We will be playing some selections of Todd.
Yes,
So
he'll be on soon.
Yes. Things happen, but we've always enjoyed having him in here. It's a marvelous time. So we'll be sharing some of his phenomenal work with you here in just a little bit. Now, as I always like to do at the outset of the program, we have an ongoing segment called Two People, One Quote. And for those of you who may not be familiar with this, Amy and John, kind of in a little friendly competition here, she will supply him with a quote and attribute it to two people, and it's John's job to try to determine which one of those people authored the quote. It is lots of fun. I really enjoy this part. I'm probably way too much, just like the Twitter thing, but, I do like it. And I guess this week Amy's going to kind of throw a little hook like she did last week, Last week she was making fun of me on the last quote. So
that was good.
We'll see if we
I don't know. John might pull it out this week. I don't know.
Have you been staying up late watching television?
Yeah, okay.
I've been struggling the past couple weeks, so I got to redeem
You might do it this week. I don't know.
Well, currently Amy is up 3 games, and we always hope for the occurrence that since we do 5 of these in a little series, that it gets to 2-2. It's that tiebreaker at the end, that cliffhanger thing. I always enjoy that. So.
Now, do you have a pen and paper? Because I have paper, but I don't have a pen. You always have a pen and paper to keep score.
That I do, darling.
Okay, so you're going to do that. So I'm going to start with the first quote.
Well, okay. Don't give me a chance to get the pen.
That's okay. You'll be all right. Okay, first quote. Today is the first day of spring, and just in time because yesterday was the 400th day of winter. I love that because it's so true. Was that Seth Meyers or David Letterman?
David Letterman.
It was Seth Meyers.
Oh.
I almost want you to win this time. I'm hoping you picked the right answer. Okay. The next one. The standoff in Ukraine keeps getting worse, but a new poll shows Vladimir Putin's approval rating has actually gone up 10% since he sent troops into Crimea. When he heard that, Obama just shrugged and sent troops to invade Canada. Was that Jimmy Fallon or Jon Stewart?
I'm going to say Jon Stewart.
It was Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, my gosh. Amy pulls in.
I'm just going to lie and say you're right.
No, that's, John still has every opportunity to pull this out.
You know what? I have to make sure I can say this word on the radio here. Give me the pen and paper because it's not a bad word.
It's Ukrainian.
No, it's not really bad, but I can say that, right?
Sure.
I'll just spell
That's
it.
John. He's in charge. He's the
Can
producer.
I say that word?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. So it's really not that bad.
Boy, everybody's on the edge of their seat now.
No, it's not that bad, but some of the words they ban are weird. So anyway.
Like, whatever.
Okay. You can't say them. Okay. This is in reference to the whole Chris Christie scandal.
Who's he?
Just to make it clear what this is about, or it might not make sense.
I see.
This is New Jersey, a state renowned for its piss-rich, first-rate quality of corruption. In other words, this whole bridge scandals was poorly done.
I see.
Okay, so was that David Letterman or Jon Stewart?
I'm going to say David Letterman.
Oh, God, it was Jon Stewart.
Oh, my God. Amy has done it again.
I wanted you to win today.
Well, he still has 2 opportunities to get on the board and, keep an average for himself.
This one's funny. Singer John Mayer is suing Charlie Sheen's best friend after the man sold him $5 million worth of fake Rolexes. If you can't trust someone who introduces himself as Charlie Sheen's best friend, then who can you trust? Moron. Was it Jimmy Kimmel or Seth Meyers?
Jimmy Kimmel.
It with Seth Meyers.
Oh, Amy is at the 4-1 mark here.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
All right.
John, you get on the board.
gotta get on the board.
Yes.
All right, come on now. In the middle of his latest speech, the president of Colombia wet his pants. I was going to show it here, but it makes me sad. I mean, I thought our president was having trouble with leaks. Dum-dum. Was that Craig Ferguson or Jimmy Kimmel?
I'm going to say Craig Ferguson.
You're right, yes.
John redeems himself. It is, however, 4-1 in Amy's favor. Well done, Amy. And then we had a nice way to pull it out there at the end, John. We just now you're going to have to. You have a week to
I'm in a slump.
stay up late and check all this stuff out.
So.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you could say piss on the radio. I don't like that word. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it, but it seems pretty benign. But some of the words they have that you can't say are odd. Like you think you'd be able to say them, but you can't. So I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Well, as long as we don't piss anybody off.
Okay, yeah, there we go. See?
So there you go. So another episode of Two People, One Quote. Amy is now up 4 games. A resounding 4-1 victory there. Well done, darling.
Now I have to wait 108 hours to do it again. So sad. Wait, 98.
What?
4, 2, 98. 98. 7 times 2. No, it's more than that. It's 168.
There's 168 hours in a week. Okay.
168. I was trying to multiply while I was talking.
Well, I certainly don't want you doing my time card.
So.
All right. So, but
gonna
I
be a
would like
long
you.
wait.
I would like you to calculate my birthdays.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, that was very well done. Now, and we always enjoy that. That's my favorite part of the show.
I know.
It's
Now it's over.
I love it.
The rest is downhill from here.
Yeah, the part that I'm, integral in really doesn't do much for me.
That's great.
And a little bit later, we'll have a bit of a skit that Amy and I are going to do as well. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, how about that? Now, there are a couple things in the news that have gotten my attention. And they're not really funny. It's just, this is oddball stuff. And perhaps the folks out there listening could call in with some insight or comments on some of these things. Now, one of them, and I have to see if this is the one. Our computers are wonderful. They work in nanoseconds, but you have to wait for that.
Yeah.
Okay. The of education, which is
don't even get me started.
A sorely needed department of our government. They haven't done anything but put a major decline in education since the 80s when they were established. It's like somebody said, maybe we should have a war on education if we want things to really improve.
Because the war on drugs went so well.
Yeah, they would have been money ahead if they just bought all the drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
And then auctioned them off, and you know where I would be.
Oh yeah, you're such a drug addict.
So the Department of Education has apparently they're buying Glock 27s and shotguns, and it looks like in July the Office of the Inspector General looks like they released a report said that they'd purchased 30 Glock 27s for a total of $10,800. It doesn't say about the shotguns, but
wow.
Necessary to spend so far over $80,000 on Glock pistols and over $17,000 on Remington shotguns.
And this is the U.S. Department of Education.
Yes. Now, when I tell people that in my day, that if you misbehaved, you got the board. They paddled you with a piece of lumber.
Yeah.
But now they have Glocks and shotguns. Why is there a discipline problem in the school anymore?
Yeah, and I'm sure it's not security for their buildings because they probably outsource that.
Those are gun-free zones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so whatever. So I thought that was intriguing.
That's crazy.
Now, to kind of carry that a little further, back in July, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration bought 72,000 rounds of .40 caliber Smith & Wesson ammunition. That's NOAA, the people that bring you the weather reports. Okay.
Yeah.
But they also operate Mount Weather, which is where the government will go in the case of a big catastrophe. So maybe they're guarding the doors there. I don't know.
Odd.
So all of these federal agencies are expanding their firepower. Looks like the National Weather Service also made a solicitation for 46,000 rounds of .40 caliber jacketed hollow point ammunition, which is not, by the Geneva Convention, not something that you can use in warfare, but
Right.
Whatever.
If you're against, waging war against another country, you can use it on your own citizens.
Sure. Sky's the limit. And
Woohoo!
the Social Security Administration purchased 174,000 rounds of 125 grain, 357 Sig hollow points.
That just sounds so cool.
And
Sig hollow points.
It does if you're on the right end of it. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
If you're reading that from the bottom, yeah. And the Department of Homeland Security also, we know this. They bought so much ammo that they're begun to censor the quantity of rounds that they bought. But we know that there was, a couple of billion rounds in that one purchase. So, gotta wonder, why that's happening, and especially the Department of Education, as in some of the, why National Weather Service and NOAA need, and the Social Security Administration need all this, ammo. Kind of makes you wonder. So that was one thing that just kind of opened up the thought process.
It's really scary.
It is. And there's also a lot of other things that we're spending money on that...
Oh, yeah. I saw something about Congress or somebody spent $1.3 million last year on alcohol.
Yeah. And it was up $400,000 from the year before. They're buying booze.
That's crazy.
Yes. So...
Wow.
That's and they spent something like $800,000 on groundskeeping for one of the embassies or outposts or whatever.
Wow.
But this one is a really compelling revelation here that the U.S. government, and I'm looking for the actual amount here, they spent, as I recall, close to a couple $1 million. Over the last, and I don't know how much they've spent in the last decade, but it's their quest to win over Muslim youth with rap. This is a government program.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's crazy.
So, I got to wonder about that as well. I'm sure it's a popular program. Oh, it's $1.5 million per year. So they said it's modeled after the jazz diplomacy that the government conducted during the Cold War by sending integrated bands led by Dizzy Gillespie, Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, and Benny Goodman to Africa, Asia, and the Middle East to counter Soviet propaganda and instead promote the American way of life. So now that there is no American way of life, I guess we're down to hip-hop and rap. So
is that insane or is that me?
I'm not sure I can divide that. I mean, that's kind of a toss-up.
I mean, that's just crazy.
It is, and I'm, I know we're supposed to be a comedy format here, and I'm just trying to trigger some thought there. If you have thoughts,
yeah, you
about
triggered
that,
some thoughts, all right,
or something funny in response to that, you can give us a call at 227-1360. Now you really look into the news and find all kinds of bizarre things.
Actually, you look into the news more than I do. I just look at the news.
I can't find anything funny.
And then you have to make it into your own.
Yes,
which is what I do.
Own it. Yeah.
You have to own it. You have to own the news.
Yeah. Okay. I've got lots of stuff on Michelle Obama. I don't know. Go ahead and see. What do you have?
Okay. Well, I don't know. Should I do some headline? We'll do some headlines now. I have a new little activity that I'm going to be doing.
Little activity.
A little activity that I'm going to be doing.
Okay, everyone, that's Amy's activity time. Let's sit on the floor in a circle.
Shush now. No, it's a new. It's kind of like two people, one quote, but it's not. And it's headlines, and
because
it's not
you win all these then.
And it's not a contest.
So no wagering.
No, I'm trying to open up a little file just to irritate you. I'm having a little problem with it right now.
John, could you open a file over there? Anything at random,
Just anything to irritate. Let's go. There we go.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
See, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, now I'm happy. So okay.
It takes so little.
I know it does. Thank God.
Throw her a ball of yarn. She's okay.
Okay. So, just a couple of important headlines and then some little fun blurbs. Officials, everyone's heard about the Malaysian airliner crash, and officials have been updating. Oh, shush. Have been updating us on a daily basis with information that leads nowhere.
Black holes.
So they announced yesterday that they have a new lead in the Malaysia airline case. Mm-hmm. Apparently, they saw some wreckage in the ocean, and they're sent some people to go find it. Luckily, there was an Australian ship nearby. They went there, and they discovered that it was actually Chris Christie's McDonald's trash from a week ago.
Oh, he did.
His bags of...
Yeah, he threw it off the George Washington Bridge and,
Yep, and then it just floated, in protest. So that was that. So, there's no...
And it measured 72 by 49 or something like that. That sounds about right.
Measured?
I
love how you say that.
Measured.
It measured.
It measured.
It measured about 7 feet.
Don't piss me off.
Okay. This is a really cute little story. I like to do these cute little tidbits too.
Must be about a kitten or a puppy.
It's about a little
unicorn
little boy.
Or fairy.
Yeah, okay. So this is a cute little story.
It's a cute little story, John.
Okay. So this little boy is telling this story about how his mom had told him how him and his dad met, at this speed dating event. Okay, so this is the little boy telling the story about that. It's really cute. He says, "My mommy said she knew when my dad pleasured himself while staring at pictures of his cats. She knew he was the one for her." Aww.
And since he was conceived at the speed dating event, he was born prematurely. Probably
Kids say the darndest things.
Yeah.
I got a little inspiration from that because I was looking at, oh God, that came out wrong.
I did too. We'll talk about that later.
It's actually sitting in front of the pictures of my cats and it just came to me. Wow.
You need to stop.
I can really back myself into a corner sometimes.
Stop.
Anyway.
You can't go anywhere from there that's not going to just...
I was on some website. I don't know what it was, but it had... people had taken pictures of little, things their kids had drawn or letters they had written and stuff, and some of them were so funny. The best is when the kids misspell words, and now they're these vulgar curse words, but it's totally innocent.
Uh-huh.
Like they showed...
Please tell me this isn't going to be our last show.
No, it isn't. They show a picture of a dad with a chef's hat on, and it says, "My dad is the best," and it doesn't say cook, it says something else. The kid it's an honest mistake, and what are you supposed to say to the kid? "Mommy, why aren't you hanging that up on the refrigerator?"
Because I already said that before.
No, just stuff like that. It's just so innocent. The stuff that they write, and there's some of the stuff was stuff they turned in class.
Art Linkletter rolls in his grave.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so. The little girl wrote a letter to the Tooth Fairy, and she was asking her all kinds of questions, and then there's this Jewish kid who wrote a letter to Santa and said, I know I don't get gifts from you, but thanks for giving everybody gifts. And it was just crazy things that kids... That wasn't funny. It was just cute. But I was thinking about reading some, but they're not as cute unless you see them. Oh, stop. I could see you got a smart comment coming. Anyway, that was my cute little dating story from the little boy. Wasn't that sweet?
Precious.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, about the pleasuring and the cats. And yes, it was charming, darling. I can't.
Okay, so
it doesn't make me want another kid.
We've all heard about the issue in Crimea. There's a big problem with Russia coming in and trying to, assert force and whatever. So last week there was a vote in Crimea. We all know about that. So it took place last week.
But yeah, I think so.
It took place last week in Crimea, and they finally announced the victor. And the ethnic Ukrainians have won Crimea's Got Talent. So,
Well, I do recall that the vote. It looked like they had a 97.6% vote for rejoining Russia, which is pretty good, 97.6%. That's pretty good, but it's still second to Obama's 124% in most precincts.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have enough dead people to go
Yeah, I
around.
know, exactly. I see dead people voting.
Again.
And again. Oh, jeez. Okay. And then another one. This is a little... like one of those outer space things.
Please don't ever do that again.
I love doing stuff to irritate you. It's the best.
It's like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, see, 2 seconds later, she does it again. This happens all the time. Please don't do that. Bam, it happens again.
But as soon as you say, I'm like a child, please don't do that, I want to do it again.
So I know where the boys get it now. Thank you very much.
Okay. So apparently the State Department has intercepted communications from aliens from the planet Septar. The exact message, it wasn't very clear, but it had something to do with coming to the U.S. on planet Earth for free health care and weed.
That's cool.
Yep. So apparently they're on to us.
Well, do you have any more details about where this weed can be had?
No.
Crap.
Not in New Jersey.
Well, we're not leaning on you.
I don't
for the
even know,
news.
what is the law? Like, you can't, is it medically okay? I don't even pay attention to that because
in New Jersey, there's a sign that says, don't. It's against the law. That's it. They confiscate your Second Amendment at the state line, and everything else is illegal.
Okay. I haven't seen that sign.
You don't have to. It doesn't matter. They'll just get you.
Well, most of the times the bridge is closed anyway, so you can't get into the state. So it doesn't matter.
No, it's getting out. You can't get out. It costs you to get out of the state, not come in.
Yeah, $5 to be exact.
Yeah,
to get over the bridge.
It's like we used to when I was in a band. That was our gimmick. The cover charge was on exit.
Yeah, you had to make people pay to get out.
Yeah.
That's great.
The bad part is they were willing. So.
Oh, my gosh. That doesn't surprise me. Anyway.
I'm going to kill her, Tom.
It's been a while. So,
what?
So it's...
You have to... That's what I was telling you a little earlier.
No.
Didn't do me any good.
Not even go there. Wow.
You said it, okay? You just go back yourself into a corner.
I was talking about Sarah Palin, and 5 minutes does not count as a little while, by the way.
Well,
That was a joke.
Here, put those pictures of cats away.
It's so messed up.
Well, that's why they call it... No, go ahead.
Sarah Palin has decided to end her show, Sarah Palin's Alaska.
Okay.
Apparently, she's going to spend her free time looking for the next job she will quit. So that's what she's up to next. She is... I think I might rank her, although I don't pick on her too much, because if I pick on anybody political too much, you put the brakes on it. Like, I had a bunch of Obama stuff for today, but I have my Obama limitation, so I have stuff I can carry over for next week.
Well, I just didn't want it to get, have an underlying theme for the show.
Yeah, and honestly, I make fun of Democrats and Republicans because I think they're all
because
lunatics.
it's so easy.
Yeah, it is. So it's not that I'm trying to pick on any one person. It's just he's really easy to pick on. But anyway,
And he asked for it.
He did ask for it. She is a piece of work.
I love Sarah Palin.
She is great to make fun of.
Comedy fodder,
It never ends. Like when she weighed in on what Phil Robertson said back in December, she was, people do anything against people who, believe in the Bible and this and this and that. And they're like, well, what did you think about what he said? And she said, oh, I don't know what he said. I didn't read the interview. What are you talking about, you moron? You didn't even know what the guy said. How can you make a comment about it? I was busy watching Russia from my house.
Okay, but in her defense, the interview was in GQ. She probably doesn't have a
She should not have commented on it then. I'm not saying she should have to read every interview, but you don't comment on something that you didn't read. I'd say, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that.
It was in GQ, and there is a tacit rule that you should not subscribe to a magazine whose title you can't spell.
Yeah. Whatever. I actually read that article.
I like Sarah Palin. if for no other reason than that she's, if I have to look at an article and there's a picture of her or Hillary Clinton, I'm going with Sarah Palin
I would agree
every
with
time.
that.
Because the latter just hurts my eyes.
She just thinks she's so sharp and like on the ball, and she's just like a dancing bear at a circus on the ball. Like, that's the kind of on the ball that she is. Yeah, exactly. That's how she is.
She falls down and bumps her head and she forgets everything that ever happened. But she wants to run for president. She remembered that.
Dumb can you be?
Who are we talking about now?
Sarah Palin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
I just kind of went the other way with that one.
I just can't even. She just keeps doing it over and over again. Like, she's just so easy to make fun of. So thank you if you're listening. I appreciate it. I'm sure she's a very smart woman.
You think Sarah Palin is listening to our program?
You never
Sarah,
know.
If you're listening, please call 227-1360. We'd like your thoughts on the GQ article. So anyway, what we'd like to do now is take a brief pause for some commercial interruption. Not interruption. We do pay some bills, and we love our sponsors. Be right there in your chair when we get back, and you can enjoy some more of the Doc and Amy Show. Hey, everybody. This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine. CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. And don't forget about CPS Computers' second location in Cinnaminson at 1204 US 130, suite number 4. They have all the same equipment, same deals, same diagnostics that you need for your computer. 856-829-8300. That's 829-8300. CPS Computers in Cinnaminson. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com, right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star. Okay. Well, during that break, we had a compelling discussion on Sarah Palin versus Hillary Clinton, and I'm not going to give the result of that, but there was a clear winner. And John agreed with me so that I felt good that I wasn't standing alone in my position.
I don't think you probably are.
I hope not, because that gets old after a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, what we would like to do, a good friend of ours was scheduled to be here today and could not. And what we would like to do is indeed honor his absence, because he's a valued guest on the show. We always have a great time when he's here. That would be Todd Chappelle. He's probably one of our most talked about guests. Very intriguing
and funny.
And what we're going to do today is play a selection of his, one of our favorites. It's called Drive-Thru Girl, and we're going to get to that right now. Be ready to give us a call with your comments and questions at 227-1360 when we come back.
There's a woman I adore, and she works right down the street. Every day at lunchtime I drive to her window, and I ask her how she's doing, and she says, I can wait, it's okay, I still have more time. She's my drive-thru girl, I love her so. No one else understands her. She's my queen and I'm her Burger King. Well, I get supersized every time I order fries. And it's such a lovely sound when she says to pull around. love you forever. Drive through, girl. That was one. Here's two. There's a woman I adore, and she works right down the street at the Dunkin' Donuts where I get my coffee. And I ask her how she's doing, and she says, "Thank you for coming to Dunkin' Donuts." Thank you. Hey, how you doing back there, Christian Comics? You all right? Doing okay so far? All right, good. Last show they're ever going to do with me, I'll tell you that. She's my drive-through girl. I love her so. No one else understands her. I always come driving back to her. And it wouldn't seem so strange if our marriage was arranged. 'Cause I'd like to know her well. Change her last name from Patel. Stay with me, Kenneth Square. Stay with me, for Christ's sake. I'll love you forever. Drive through, girl. Drive through, girl. I love you, drive through, girl. A little tilt.
Okay, that was a brilliant piece of work there from Todd Chappelle. We always appreciate all of his input, and we want to bring that to you because folks just love his work, and I know I do. We've got a little bit here that it was a surreptitious recording, and it's an example of how, what's the word, ubiquitous, I guess, some of these government programs have become.
Yes.
How far-reaching and so forth. We will, kind of, that will be self-evident as we play this for you.
Okay. Hello, welcome to Obama Golf. My name is Trina. How can I help you?
Hello. I received an email from Golfsmith stating that my Pro V1 order has been canceled and I should go to your exchange to reorder it. I tried your website, but it seems like nothing's working. So I'm calling the 800 number.
Yes, I'm sorry about the website. It should be fixed by the end of 2014, but can I help you?
Thanks. I ordered some Pro V1 balls.
Sir, Pro V1s don't meet our current minimum standards. I'll be happy to provide you with a choice of Pinnacle, Top Flight, or Callaway Blue.
But I've played the Pro V1 for years.
The government has determined that Pro V1s are no longer acceptable. So we have instructed Titleists to stop making them. Top Flights are better, sir. I'm sure you will love them.
But I like the Pro V1. Why are Top Flights better?
That is spelled out in the 2,700-page Affordable Golf Ball Act passed by Congress.
Well, how much are these Top Flights?
It depends, sir. Do you want our bronze, silver, gold, or platinum package?
What's the difference?
12, 24, 36, or 48 balls.
The silver package may be okay. How much is that?
It depends, sir. What is your monthly income?
What does that have to do with anything?
I need that to determine your government golf ball subsidy. Then I can determine how much your out-of-pocket cost will be. But if your income is below poverty level, you might qualify for a subsidy. In that case, I can refer you to our ball aid department.
Ball aid?
Yes, golf balls are a right. Everyone has a right to golf balls. So if you can't afford them, then the government will supply them free of charge.
Who said they were a right?
Congress passed it, and the government and the president signed it, and the Supreme Court found it constitutional.
Whoa, I don't remember seeing anything in the Constitution regarding golf balls as a right.
Well, there's no explicit mention of golf balls in the Constitution, but President Obama is a former constitutional scholar, and he believes it would have been included if the Constitution had not been drafted by a bunch of slave-owning white men. The Democrats in Congress and the Supreme Court agree with the president that golf balls are now a right guaranteed by the Constitution.
I don't believe this.
It's the law of the land, sir. Now, we anticipated most people will go for the silver package. So what is your monthly income, sir?
Forget it. I think I'll forego the golf balls this year.
In that case, sir, I will still need your monthly income.
Why?
To determine what your non-participation cost would be.
What? You can't charge me for not buying golf balls.
It's the law of the land, sir. Approved by the Supreme Court. It's $49.50 or 1% of your monthly income.
This is ridiculous. I'll just pay the $49.50.
Sir, it is the $49.50 or 1% of your monthly income, whichever is greater.
Are you kidding me? What a ripoff.
Actually, sir, it is a good deal. Next year it'll be 2%.
Look, I'm going to call my congressman to find out what's going on here. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to pay it.
Sorry to hear that, sir. That's why I had the NSA track this call and obtain the make and model of the cell phone you're using.
Why does the NSA need to know what kind of cell phone I'm using?
So they get your GPS coordinates, sir. That would be the IRS, sir. Thanks for calling Obama Golf. Have a nice day. And God bless the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So there you have it. There's the conversation surreptitiously recorded, explaining as to how every facet of life now is becoming a little bit different just because of the government.
And that's actually just maybe a little bit believable.
Well, I don't golf. Do you golf, John?
I don't golf.
No?
I actually have never been golfing.
Well, your balls are safe then. I don't know. I don't know.
You're crazy.
I'm just a little teed off right now.
Oh, please. Here we go. That's all you got is one. I'm teed off.
It was short notice.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. What are you, a little green with envy now? Back me into a sand trap. So that's our our offering. And if any response, reaction, come back, agreement, disagreement, you can certainly call us. Based on anything.
And we are not selling balls, so don't call for that.
227-1360, 227-1360, area code 856 if you're outside of our zone, our comedy-free zone here.
Comedy-free zone? Come on now.
Anyway, do you have any other brief offerings?
I just have one more, actually two more stories. So Michelle Obama went to China. She's still there. She went last week. We all know that.
I don't know why either, because she's a pathetic ping pong player. Did you see that footage?
No.
Oh, God, my God.
Was it bad?
You would... well, I'm not going to say that. Wow. At least I caught myself this time.
Wow. I wish people could see your face while we do this show.
I'm just glad they can't.
Because I can almost see the ticker tape above your head with the words coming out, although they're silent. Yeah. But anyway, it's funny.
My ticker almost stopped on that one. I caught myself. No, she was for whatever reason. So she had to go over there ahead of his trip. He's going too, but they couldn't go at the same time.
So ridiculous.
I guess they couldn't fit him on the plane with the family and the press and her 20-some aides and all that stuff. He had to take another flight. She was playing ping pong. Pathetic. She was. But she's like, let's move, but she can't.
Wow.
It was terrible. So I actually almost felt sorry for her when I watched it.
Almost.
Oh, it was like watching the Special Olympics. It was terrible.
That's great.
Oh my God. So
anyway, she's in China apparently playing ping pong, but she also was speaking to a group, and she stressed the importance of free speech in China. And this is what she said, quote, "Unless you say it in a public forum or write it online, we can't arrest you for it." At least she's being honest.
Well,
No comments, huh?
I have to rein myself in because
Yeah,
that was
do.
almost a major
Yeah,
catastrophe.
that could have been bad. Okay, so this is my last story, and I know everyone's going to just cry.
I'm never ready with that pre-recorded applause. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Missed my cue.
That's all right. I'm used to it.
Ooh, that's cold.
Yeah, I was just trying to get there. You saw my hand moving. You're a brat.
I saw your mouth moving too, but it wasn't helping.
So anyway, apparently Mr. Vladimir Putin has a new catchphrase, and he thinks it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he's telling the press. It's hail to the V for Vladimir. Okay. Then, apparently, he discovered that Vagisil uses the same phrase in their commercials. He was a little bit embarrassed.
Now, would that be a catchphrase or a snatch phrase?
God.
I'm sorry.
Wow. That's cool. So when asked for comment, he said, I didn't know about that because I haven't used douche since college.
Well, maybe that means something different in Russian.
Maybe, yeah. So
check
he's
this.
got to open his eyes a little bit.
Well, check this out. I'm looking. My email just happens to be up on the screen because I was changing, my position on the internet here. Looks like I get a free sample of toilet paper.
Wow, that's exciting. That might be the most exciting thing that happened this show.
Yeah, it says, I know this one made you laugh a little. For a short while, you can land yourself a free sample of bathroom tissue from one of your favorite brands. Try your favorite or select something new.
Well, that's quite exciting. I'm so glad you shared that with us. Anyway, what I'd like to do now, if I can interrupt your toilet travails over there.
Well, it's something I didn't, no, because I never win anything. When it finally happens,
that'll be probably what you win.
There, I get this crap.
Yeah. What I'd like to do is play another Todd Chappelle song.
Oh,
I love this. This is so because it's just dead on. So
dead on.
It's just dead on. So this is what if Neil Diamond covered Old MacDonald?
Yes, Todd Chappelle.
Say Old MacDonald had a farm. Old MacDonald had a farm. You okay? E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had a duck. E-I-E-I-O. With a quack, quack here. And a quack, quack there. Here a quack, there a quack. We'll come into America. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had just yell it out too. He had a chicken. E-I-E-I-O. With a buck here and a buck there. Here a buck, there a buck. I am my buck. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Today.
Every time I listen to that, it just
so interesting.
Cracks me up.
He's just a genius. Love that one.
He does Baby Got Back too.
Oh yeah.
Neil Diamond. It's a little more saucy, so I wanted to play. A lot of people aren't familiar with the song, and it's kind of a hip hop, little saucy-ish song. It's saucy, but it's very hip hop. But if you don't know the original song, it's not as funny because it's not anything Neil Diamond would ever sing.
I can guarantee that I don't.
Most people know, you know, Baby Got Back. You know that song, but most people have heard Old MacDonald.
Is that the Applebee's commercial?
I don't think so.
No, it's baby back. Baby.
Yeah, he sings the Applebee's commercial as Neil Diamond. Wow. It's a little bit saucy.
I don't get out much.
That was good, though, that you said it was saucy. Or did you not mean that? Because the ribs.
Oh, no, everything's
saucy.
Well planned in advance, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you script the whole show.
I do.
We spend
I've got it on a Post-it note.
14 hours scripting the show every week.
It's
Can't you tell? People, come on now.
14 minutes before we dash out of the house to get.
Yeah. So I like to, if I can, if you don't mind.
Why don't you, before you ask that, why don't you give me an idea what you're talking about?
Okay. I want to do this or that. Remember we talked about that?
Go for it.
Okay. So what this is it's kind of like two people, one quote, but you don't have to guess. So what I did was
it's on full autopilot. Then.
Yeah, basically. I went to
Get ready, John. This is going to be like solid gold.
Yeah, okay. Shush. So I went to Huffington Post and I found some interesting headlines, and I'm going to read the real headline.
That's pretty good.
The ending to the headline. Yeah, I know. Yay, Huffington Post. Good job. I'm going to read the headline and then what makes sense to follow and then something made up.
So
it's for fun.
The headline is this.
Yeah.
And then the
two alternate endings.
That.
Yeah, two alternate endings. Okay.
Hey,
so
John,
this or that.
I don't. Boy, I'm beside myself.
Okay. So the first
So I'll be over here if you need me.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So the first headline is Another Day of Nothing.
This.
Okay. Right. So another day of nothing. Still no news on the missing Malaysian plane. That's this. That. Another day of nothing. Paris Hilton's brain synapses are really bored.
Yeah, they can't see each other from opposite sides of the brain.
Yeah, so both headlines make sense, but we know that one of them is probably what it was. It was about the missing Malaysian plane. So
I'm getting this. I think. Yeah,
the next headline: Failed Obama. Okay, failed Obama. A former Obama advisor says we failed him. Failed Obama. Obama fails a first grade Common Core math test.
That is entirely possible.
Now, which one's more possible? Probably failing a first grade Common Core math test. Because if anyone listening has seen
the Common Core curriculum,
the Common Core tests, which we were spending some time in the last week looking at them, it literally is impossible.
Yeah, in his defense, if you thought you'd ever hear me say that, yeah, they are. It's almost like hieroglyphics.
It's like someone was on
acid. It's like a word jumble, yeah.
And then wrote, like Cheech and Chong wrote the Common Core or something. Like that's what it was like. It's like Cheech and Chong's Common Core hour with Obama.
So, like, where are the answers? On the bumper, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's trippy, man.
It's like
least.
and I have to bring this up because a note came home with one of the boys saying that it gave a score on an assessment test,
a Common Core assessment,
a Common Core assessment test. The additional information in the note, however, made it clear that. That's all you get. You aren't allowed to see the body of the test.
Because it's copyrighted by the Department of Education.
Yes.
So I cannot, they tell me what my child's score is, but I'm not allowed to see the test.
Yes.
So how could I possibly help him improve on the test or address what he did wrong if I'm not by law, because it's copyrighted, allowed to see the test? And oddly enough, all of the other tests and school papers and homework papers that he brings home are copyrighted and they're copied. They're photocopied and sent home. This is like, it's not like he's not getting...
Okay, easy.
So apparently I'm not allowed to see
foaming at the mouth.
The test that my son is taking.
I'm glad I went this route.
Well, it doesn't end there with me, so I won't even go into how that's going to end.
And John, I pulled... And this is a kind of a long story.
It's ridiculous.
Off of my bookshelf, I pulled a textbook from 1916. It happened to be kind of a collectible. I pulled that off the shelf, and wouldn't you know it, that textbook was copyrighted as well.
Yeah.
As all textbooks are.
As all of the work that he brings home every week, the school papers, the homework, the tests, they all have copyrights on them. But I can get a copy of them, but I can't get a copy of this.
And how does a government department that is funded by taxpayer dollars...
I paid for part of that copyright.
Exactly.
I should be able to say it. My tax dollars go to pay for that copyright. That's ridiculous.
And if you're not reproducing it for gain, YouTube, there shouldn't be a problem. So
that's like saying, I'm sorry, you can't see the IRS tax code because it's copyrighted. Well, hello, how am I supposed to do my taxes? Like, it's that is not the end of the story. I won't even go.
No,
that is not the end of the story for me.
The story won't.
I want to see what my child's being exposed to in school because
we have seen some of the Common Core questions, and they go,
it's like
bizarre.
If the Department of Education has 40 million rounds and they shoot 10 million people with 3 rounds apiece, how many people get sent to FEMA camps? Like, I mean,
wow,
it wouldn't surprise me.
So the fellows from the Conservative Commandos, if you're listening, you can call us at 227-1360.
Exactly.
No, I'm sorry I brought that up.
Okay, so here's my next, finish the headline. Okay. The headline is, this GOP candidate for governor is a registered sex offender. This, Glenn Campbell, has 2 counts of assault with intent to rape. That's the first alternate ending. This Glenn Champ, I meant to say. This GOP candidate for governor is a registered sex offender, but that sure as hell beats the 3 from West Virginia who are unregistered. Did I just say Glenn Campbell was a sex offender? Is that what I said, Glenn Campbell? I love Glenn Campbell. I'm sorry. That's a horrible. I didn't. It says Glenn Champ right on my paper.
He's the pedophile lineman.
Oh my God!
Still on my mind. So
I love Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's got enough left upstairs.
Yeah, it's a shame, but yeah, okay. So I meant Glenn Champ. There actually is. That was a real headline. There is actually someone who's a registered sex offender running for
Glenn
governor.
Campbell actually, could be an official or legislator. It doesn't matter how far gone he is.
Yeah, he's awesome.
It wouldn't affect his.
Yeah. Here we go. Last headline.
Okay.
The headline is, this guy's filling out a restraining order on a 9-year-old. So this guy's filling out a restrainer on a 9-year-old. Father of the bullied son files a restraining order against a 9-year-old boy. So apparently his son's getting bullied, so he files a restraining order.
Good move. That's the first
Second
thing I would
one,
think of, yeah.
This guy's filling out a restraining order on a 9-year-old. Aw, Justin Bieber was so cute when he was little.
And if anybody needs a restraining order or restraint,
it's him.
It would be Justin Bieber, yes.
Yeah, and the last thing we have is I just want to update everyone. The New York Times #1 bestseller this week was Writing Laws for Dummies, written by Barack Obama.
Who just needs a pen and a phone.
Yes, exactly. So there you have it.
All right. So we've, Mr. President, I know we picked on you a lot today. Suck it up.
That's all right.
Wow. So thank you for joining us again for another hour of the Doc and Amy Show. We are always delighted to bring you this little bit of ridiculousness once a week on Sundays. You can certainly join us. And again, we want to remind you that we are on the World Wide Web at www.theDocandAmyShow.com. You can tweet us at Doc and Amy Show.
Hey, Mr. Double ARP.
What?
Nothing. Okay, go ahead. Finish, because we're going to play another Todd song before we go.
Yeah, Amy actually encouraged me to I got a thing in the mail for membership for AAA. She said, you should join. I said, nobody drinks that much. Anyway, we do have another Todd Chappelle song, and since I forgot what is queued up, Amy can introduce us. I want to thank everybody for joining us.
It's
Amy,
a Todd
take it away.
Chappelle song.
Yeah, Bob Costas' Eyes.
Bob Costas' Eyes. Costas'.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
He knows who wins the gold. He's never surprised. His skin never gets old. He's got Bobby Costas eyes. He'll throw statistics on you. You won't have to think twice. But now he just can't see. He's got Bobby Costas eyes. He's courageous. He's outrageous, and he's totally contagious. He's hypnotic, and he knows he has to take antibiotics. He's getting worse, call Mad Loud.